Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be making spicy and crispy fried chicken. It's so crunchy outside and very juicy inside. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So I have my chicken. I'm using drumsticks which I've washed with vinegar. This is my soy sauce, breadcrumbs, plain flour, dry herbs. I'm using complete seasoning, turmeric powder. I have cornflakes, milk is here, marinade. I have a recipe for the marinade in my channel, so you can check it out later. And then my eggs, cayenne pepper, nutmeg, organic salt, cinnamon powder, and then my lemon. Lemons are very good, they add great taste and flavor to foods, and they are nutrient packed as well, so I like to add them to my food, especially when I'm marinating. So I'll just take the chicken and score some lines on it to help the marinade get into the chicken properly. So I'll use a knife and cut through. You can use a fork to just punch some holes in it. The main aim is to allow the marinade get into your chicken and infuse in it properly. So I'll do this for the rest of my chicken. I'm using a drumsticks. You can use thighs or wings or breast if you want to. Like I said, I've washed my chicken with vinegar. So this is my cinnamon. I'm adding in my ingredients. This is my cinnamon, my lemon. I've grated the lemon, so I have the skin and the fruit itself here. And then my organic salt, not so much because I'll be adding in soy sauce which has salt. So I'll use 2 tablespoons of the soy sauce, give it a mix. Then my marinade. I used a lot of red pepper in this marinade, so you didn't see this color on my marinade recipe, but it's still the same, so you can recreate the marinade recipe. I'll use about 1 teaspoon of the turmeric. This is my turmeric. This is too much, so I'll take some off. So I've used 1 teaspoon of the turmeric. Give it a mix and set it aside. I'll put it in the fridge to help it marinate faster. I'll leave this for about 8 hours, but after an hour of marinating, your chicken is ready to be used. But the longer it marinates, the better, or the tastier. So I forgot my nutmeg, so I'll just shred in my nutmeg. Nutmeg is a very good aromatic. So this is my nutmeg, and I'll set it aside for some time. So after marinating for about 8 hours, this is what we have. I'll just give it a quick stir, and then I put it on fire to cook for 5 minutes. I don't really like blood in my chicken, so I just prefer to pre-cook it before frying. So I'll just cover this, put it on fire to cook for 3 to 5 minutes while I season my flour and eggs. I have my earthenware bowl, my cornflakes going in. So I'll just grind this, not so smooth, but if you want, you can grind it so smooth. I just want it super crunchy, that's why I'm grinding it a bit rough. If you have a food processor or a blender for dry stuff, you can use that to blend it, but this is not even any job. You can also use a spatula or something to just crush it. So this is my breadcrumbs. It's so smooth, I wouldn't be using it, but if you have breadcrumbs you can use it just to show you the texture. This is how smooth the breadcrumbs is, but I want it rough, that's why I'm using the cornflakes. I just added the breadcrumbs because I can't really pour it back into the box, but you don't have to add the breadcrumbs. This is my flour. I'd rather add a bit of the breadcrumbs into the flour just to have some crunchiness inside my chicken, but it's not compulsory to add the breadcrumbs to your flour or your first coating. So this is my nutmeg. I'm seasoning the flour. Remember, we are making a spicy chicken, so whatever that we use to coat the chicken should be seasoned. That's my salt, then my powdered cayenne pepper. This is using about 3 teaspoons, depends on how much your tolerance of pepper is. This is my dry herb spices. I'm using the complete seasoning. You can use dry parsley or oregano or thyme. Mix that, set aside. I'm done with the dry ingredients. So my egg, I'm using 2 eggs, and then salt here. Then my marinade. The recipe for this marinade is on my channel. It's made of fresh herb spices, so if you don't have the fresh herb spice, or you don't have the marinade, you can use the complete seasoning in this as well. So just give it a mix to combine the egg and the marinade together, and then add in the milk. So that's it, my milk is in. Give it another mix and then set it aside and check on my chicken. After 5 minutes and my chicken is boiling. As you can see in this one, there's some blood around it, so that's the main reason why I pre-cook the chicken, just to take off this blood. I don't really want eating my chicken and then there'll be blood around it. But you don't have to overcook it as well, because while it fries, it cooks in a way. So 5 minutes, it depends on how hard or soft your chicken is too. So if it's halfway cooked, then you take it off the fire and then you do the coating. So this looks good and it smells good. You can imagine all the flavors in it is so good. So I'll just bring everything out and then allow it to cool. Then I start with the coating. So time to coat my chicken here. The first place is the seasoned flour, so we put it in the seasoned flour first. The egg and milk, seasoned egg and milk, and then the cornflakes last until I'm done. So if you are using only flour without the cornflakes, it should be 2 bowls of flour. So you go to flour, egg, flour in that manner until you are done coating everything. So I'm done coating. The next step is to fry. I've preheated my oil, so always preheat your oil and then add in the chicken. So I'll just put in 4. You don't have to crowd or overcrowd the chicken in the oil. You have to leave space to allow it to fry properly and for you to get it very crunchy. So I'm just flipping it over to the other side. Both sides should be golden brown. If you are using breadcrumbs, you wouldn't get it this rough. It will be very smooth but still crunchy. If you are using flour too, it will still be smooth. So just be sure to leave some space or not to overcrowd your chicken, and you will have it very crunchy. And my first set of chicken is ready. It's very golden brown, so I'll just take it off the oil into a colander to drain off the oil from it a bit. Then I add in my next batch, 4 as well. Always remember, do not crowd the chicken in the oil, otherwise it won't allow for it to fry well and for you to get it very crunchy. So I'll just repeat the same process until I'm done frying the rest of my chicken. Look at that, and it's also deep fried. See what we have here, our spicy and crispy fried chicken. Look at that. This is so crispy or crunchy outside and very juicy. This is very, very hot. I hope you try this recipe and share to your friends. If you haven't subscribed, please do and turn on post notifications.